After keynoting a conference recently, a practice manager told me about her boss's efforts to build relationships on her team. She said, "My boss, who spends most of her time in her office, keeps a candy dish on her desk. If anyone reaches for a piece of candy while they're in there, she says, 'Hold on. If you want candy, you have to tell me one thing about yourself.' At all other times, though, this manager told me her supervisor is aloof and distant." Okay, I get it. This leader is trying. But relationship building takes time. It goes both ways, and it isn't transactional. Candy coercion alone isn't going to build the kind of sophisticated relationships that lead to engaged teams. That's why in this episode of Your Practice Ain't Perfect, I'm giving you simple but powerful ways to build authentic relationships with your employees. Here we go. I'm starting out today with a stat that you've probably heard before. 75% of people who leave a job indicate their boss is part or all of the reason why. In fact, the relationship between supervisor and employee is the single most influential factor in employee engagement. People don't quit their jobs, they quit their bosses. When leaders care about the person inside the employee, when they deploy time and effort to build real relationships, ripe with familiarity and understanding, care and connection, employees stay longer and try harder. To build authentic relationships with employees, then, you have to connect with them beyond the tasks and responsibilities of their job. Here's how. First, learn about who they are outside of work. Ask about their weekends, their vacations, their kids. Do this often and remember the details of those conversations. Refer back to them, follow up, and keep the small talk going wherever possible. And don't just pay lip service to this stuff. Be genuinely interested in it. Number 2, find common ground. Figure out the topics you can bond over. If you have an employee that has kids and you do as well, strike up a conversation about t-ball schedules or school clothes shopping or holiday gift giving. If you share a mutual interest in fitness with an employee, invite them to run in a 5K with you or join your CrossFit club. What's important here is to be willing to share some of your own hobbies and happenings with others. So tell those folks about your weekends, vacations, and families. Third, care and help when life happens. Look, pets die and relationships end and kids get sick. And when those things happen, it's unrealistic to expect employees to simply check that stuff at the door and be at their best regardless. So let people duck out early or take a sick day to handle life when it happens. If your employee's hot water tank explodes, flooding her basement, and you cover for her so she can stay home and get that taken care of, she'll remember that. This kind of genuine caring and support is where loyalty and effort come from. So there you have it. You'll build authentic relationships with employees when you learn about who they are, find common ground, and care and help when life happens. There are lots of other ways to build authentic relationships with employees, many of which are outlined in my book, Cure for the Common Leader, What Physicians and Managers Must Do to Engage and Inspire Healthcare Teams, which is available on Amazon. In the meantime, let me know how you build authentic relationships with the people around you by leaving a comment in the box below. And don't forget to like and share this video if you found it useful. If you want to make sure you get all these episodes as they come out delivered to your email inbox, then go to joemull.com and subscribe for the newsletter. Take care. Thanks for all you do out there for so many other people, and I'll see you next time. Hey friends, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you liked what you heard in this episode, then head on over to Amazon.com, search my name, Joe Mull, and pick up a copy of my book, Cure for the Common Leader, What Physicians and Managers Must Do to Engage and Inspire Healthcare Teams. I take all of this research in employee engagement and leadership development and the psychology of motivation, and I marry it all together and translate it into 7 actions leaders must take in healthcare settings to get the most out of their teams. If you pick up a copy, I think you'll be glad you did. In the meantime, enjoy some of the other episodes of Your Practice Ain't Perfect, and thanks for hanging around. Take care.